What's going on, guys? This is a match preview for tomorrow's game, big game, Manchester United versus Liverpool, obviously rescheduled, and it better go ahead. I've said it before, I'm not going to get into that in this video because I've done that already. I don't want to keep dwelling back into that, but I just hope that it goes ahead tomorrow. Massive game, as I said. Liverpool have got everything to play for. Obviously, we've got second place, guaranteed, so look, we could even rotate again, but because it's such a massive game, a historical game, we won't rest players that, do you know what I mean, that need to be playing and give us a chance of winning the game. We will approach that game with the aim and intention of nothing else but the 3 points. So my lineup, I would go with Henderson, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof and Tuanzebe, obviously with Maguire being out, Luke Shaw, and then I'd have Matic and Fred. I'm not a massive fan of Fred, as you know, but I do think recently he's been playing better than McTominay has. So I would go with Fred with Matic in the midfield, but I don't think Ollie will do that. I think he will go with McTominay and Fred. But personally, I would go with Matic and Fred. Then I'd go with Greenwood on the right. Great form right now, Greenwood. Bruno at 10, Pogba on the left, and then Cavani up top. I've got a bit of concern that I think Ollie will drop Cavani and put him on the bench to fit Rashford in, and have Greenwood or Rashford going out on the wings and maybe changing positions at times like they have done in previous games. I hope he doesn't do that, but I think he will, because I think he will want to start Rashford, and unless he drops Greenwood, which he may do, that may be the option, and play Rashford on the right and Cavani up top, I don't see how he's going to play Cavani. So if maybe he drops Greenwood, but in the form he's in, it's difficult. But also, you've got all the minutes Greenwood's played. He's played a lot of football recently and hasn't been dropped like some of the others. So are you going to risk injury if you play Greenwood? Obviously, I've gone with it and started him for this game for tomorrow, but obviously it's more risky because he's played a hell of a lot of minutes recently, and there's more risk of him picking up a knock or an injury. So, but personally, I would risk it and I would go with Greenwood. For me, Rashford recently, well, for a while now, to be honest, his overall performance in a game is not where it should be for me. I think he's overhyped. At times, he shows glimpses where I think that he's world class, but it's really very, very rare for me. And yes, he can get an assist or a goal when he's not having a great game, but I don't do games on stats. A lot of people do. People say, oh, they come at you with all the stats now. Look, he's number one in this and that. I don't care about stats as much as watching game-by-game performances and overall performance in every game. And I've seen games where he's non-existent and he might pop up, get the winner or get an assist for the winner. That's great. But you need to be affecting games more, other than just every now and again for me. And I think it's biased in this country because he's English and he's a local boy from Manchester. But for me, that's just giving him too many excuses and slack when he's not performing. So for me, Rashford doesn't deserve to start in this game, but I would have him on the bench. And then my bench would be David De Gea, Brandon Williams as just in case Aaron Wan-Bissaka ever gets injured, but I do think we need to invest in a right back as a backup at least. Then I'd go with Bailly, McTominay, Rashford, Tellez and Diallo. He probably won't put Diallo on the bench, possibly he will, but the McTominay won't be on the bench for Ollie, we know that. Matic will be on the bench. But I thought Matic was brilliant, and he's by far the best defensive midfielder we've got, but I don't think Ollie sees that. So look, we've got to go into this game with giving ourselves the best chance of getting the 3 points. A draw is not going to be a good enough result, I don't think. Especially with Liverpool and how their season has gone and the injuries they've had and how they're performing. We need to beat them. We really do. So I think the team I've put out would beat Liverpool. But the concern is that I think he's going to drop Cavani. And I don't think you can justify that right now, how Cavani is playing. So it's going to be, that's what I'm interested in for tomorrow's selection is that role specifically. Is Cavani going to start, or is he going to go with Rashford? Or is he going to drop Greenwood to put Rashford in and have Cavani in as well? So I'm interested to see what he's going to do. I don't think he's going to shift Pogba from the left. As I said, I would have had Matic and Pogba in the two defensive midfield roles in an ideal world. But Pogba, you can't deny he's been performing on that left wing. I don't think he has in the last, recently I saw, I can't remember who it was against now, but I think it might have been against Roma, but I don't think he performed really on the left. It might be, I can't remember the exact game, but I remember putting it up in a group and people going mad at me and stuff, but it's my opinion. You've got your opinion, I've got mine. Overall though, since Pogba's been on the left, he has surprised me a lot. But yeah, Big game tomorrow. I'll be back with the confirmed lineups tomorrow. It's a 8:15 kickoff. And Liverpool will go with a full strength team. You better believe that. So we need to do the same. I look forward to it. I just hope it goes ahead. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.